Yo, what's going on everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the letter from our game director that Palia released to us yesterday, and it's because it shows us a lot of stuff that they've been going through in the whole development process, but most importantly it tells us what the game is going to look like in the future beyond the launch of the game. So we're going to get like a little short roadmap, if you will, of what you can expect and see if this game is actually worth our time. Now, if you guys do enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, as I will be covering Palia for a good while, as long as they don't let us down, but it doesn't look like it because this game is literally looking so impressive. It takes the two styles of games that I love, the two genres, which is Cozy and MMO, and they mash them together and they give us Palia. So it's looking really good, and I'm very, very pumped for it. So they go on in the letter to explain some of the stuff, the processes, like here's at the beginning of the game, like or the development process, it was like bare bones, nothing, and now the game has turned into this. Literally every piece looks so impressive, down from the furniture, the scenery, the characters, the whole art style of it is really nice. And I love how each crafting station isn't some like small thing like they usually have in other games. They're like pretty ginormous, and you can have an actual workshop, so I'm all for that. Now, the really juicy part of this article is right down here. It says, one of the most exciting parts for us as developers is looking into the future at everything we've yet to build for Palia. So they did emphasize on yet, which means they have not started on any of these that I'm going to list off in just a second. And to anticipate your reaction to the things already in development, but not ready to reveal just yet. So while we're hard at work ensuring all of our services are working correctly, we're simultaneously working to ensure that we're releasing new content and features with each new patch to the game. Here are some things to expect from us later this year. So they plan to implement these things if everything goes well and there's not a crazy amount of bugs. This is what they're working on. The first one is themed events. This is good because I firmly believe any game like this, a life sim game, a cozy game, like you have to have festivals, you have to have events, you have to make your game feel like your character is evolving with the world. You're celebrating things, you're having these different events instead of just being on here, do some quests, but everything else feels empty. So themed events have to happen. I mean, it's just a staple in these kind of games, and I'm really excited they're working on it. They didn't say themed events, so it's not plural. I don't know if that means they're only doing one event for this year and then maybe more next year. If that's the case, it might be Christmas, maybe Halloween. I would love to have at least a Halloween and a Christmas event, because look at this world right here and imagine if it was like Christmas themed or even Halloween themed. If you have decorations of furniture you can build, it's going to look so good. So they're also going to have new quests and storylines. That's kind of great because this game is actually, it has a huge storyline, and they're going to keep evolving on the storyline over the next couple of years. And most games kind of just say like, your grandpa passed away, we need you to move to his farm and make something of yourself. This game actually has a story, so I'm glad that they're going to keep expanding on that. They're going to include new villagers and friendships, so that's really nice to build your own community. You talk with these other characters, and then eventually you get more and more added to the valley, like yes please. Friendships, I don't know if that means new romanceable characters or if it's just like straight up friendships, but I'm all for that. New decor and furniture, new crops and recipes, more character customization options. The character customization is lacking in parts. It's still pretty good, but there's definitely some improvements to be made. Like this one, beards. All the characters in all my games, I always have a beard on them, and I'm surprised this is even a feature because it should be implemented before the game even comes out. I'm not really seeing many games where you customize your character that you don't have an option for a beard, so that's kind of interesting. It's its own thing and it hasn't been implemented yet. And then we have the Nintendo Switch release. So this game is going to be coming out on PC only, and then I think around November is when they're going to try and push out the Nintendo Switch release, which is going to be really nice. This game is free to play, and I'm super excited for that. Here's another bummer on here, full controller support. Now, usually my rule is when I see a game like this, even in early access, if they do not implement two things, which is key bindings for the PC players and full controller support, usually that's a huge red flag for me, and I don't want to be that guy, knocking this game before you've even tried it. But that's kind of a bummer because a good portion of the people that want to play this game or play your game if they're only controller players and that's what they like to use and you're not allowing them to even use the controller, oh, that screams bad vibes for me. So I'm hoping they get this pushed out really fast. I'm hoping it's one of the very first things they implement in the game. I know it's going to be like an early access thing, and they're going to have to improve on it over the years. But usually when you're developing a game, I feel like that's something you have to implement. That's the first doorway into your store, into your game, and I really get that hashed out. And then more quality of life improvements, kind of vague, but always exciting to get. I'm a huge fan of quality of life improvements. I don't know if that's going to be between cutting out the grind or making it grindier. I'm okay with both at times, tweaking some stuff, bug fixes, just making your overall experience a lot better and a lot cleaner in here. It's going to be a huge plus. Now they finished it off with, I'm sure you can tell we want Palia to be a game you can play for many years to come with frequent updates, more lanes to explore, more ways to play together, a storyline that keeps you guessing, and so much more. So it does sound like they're going to carry this game on for the next couple years, and I hope so. I hope they just knock it out of the ballpark with this one, because it looks really good. We have not seen a game exactly like this, and if they keep updates for it over the next few years, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So all this is brought to us by Singularity 6. They just looks really impressive. We have a new screenshot here with our characters holding bows. Now there doesn't really seem to be any combat in the game right now, and I don't know if they're ever going to officially add it to the game. It's definitely going to be cozy vibes, and they're not going to have any PvP or anything like that. So it sounds like it's up my alley, and I'm sure it's up your guys'. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you want to hit that subscribe button, I will definitely be covering this game for a very long time, and I'm excited to see what they come up with. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.